Well, it's just getting to it's getting to the point where everybody's battling and scratching and clawing to figure out where they're going to be in the standings, and there's separations being created right now, and it's no different. Between Ferris State and Bemidji State, I think there's only 3 points difference. So, I mean, all these games right now, again, you can see exactly, when there is an outcome, you know exactly where everybody's at right now. So, we're all looking at the standings right now. You don't the first half, but you're looking at them now, that's for sure.
It's better is it going into this week off of a win and snapping that skid?
Yeah, I mean, no question. I mean, the guys played well on Sunday, and it was nice to get a win right there and hopefully carry that into this weekend.
Does playing on Sunday alter the weekly schedule at all?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, we take Monday off, and we'll go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But at the end of the day, you only need to be practicing 3 days a week this time of year. You don't need to be practicing 4 days a week anyway. So it didn't really change it. I mean, last Monday we took off. And we went Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so very similar, this week. But again, the guys got home late on Sunday night, a little after 10 o'clock, so just takes you a little bit to get back into the rhythm. But we had a good, hard practice today, and, now we'll have 2 days before the game.
Barring a matchup with Ferris in the postseason, this is probably going to be the last time you and Bob Daniels are on the opposing benches. He's going to step down after this year, and what are your thoughts on Bob and then what the legacy he left at Ferris? Well,
yeah, Bob. I mean, I don't know, 30-some years at Ferris State. I mean, that's just his home. I mean, he poured everything he had into that program, and now it's his turn to leave. He left a great legacy. He accomplished a lot right there. He won a lot of games. He went to at Frozen Four, he went to a national championship game, won some big conference championships in the CCHA, but most importantly, he had an impact on a lot of players, but he had an impact on the program, and that's the thing you look at with somebody it's like Bob Peters. Anybody with longevity, the impact and the footprints that they put on that program, they're there for life, and I know he'll probably reflect back when he's done, but I have a lot of respect for Bob. We're very good friends, and he'll reflect back with a lot of great memories.
Yeah, obviously we went there earlier in the year. Their rank's a little bit different than ours. Their corners are pretty narrow, and there's not a lot of room. Whereas here we have pretty deep corners, and defensemen have more room behind the net. So in their rank, the plays move a lot faster. You got to make decisions quicker. But here it's easier to make plays. You have a half second more time, and it's better playing here, I think. So
Saturday Sunday series probably changes up a little, the schedule a bit for you guys. Just we'll talk about how this week is a little bit different with playing on Sunday. Yeah,
obviously it was a pretty quick turnaround after Saturday night's game, having 16 hours to prepare for the Sunday game. But, yeah, our preparation was no different. We went into last week's practice kind of resetting after that Northern series, and Coach really emphasized that we need to start playing the right way, and he showed clips from last year showing that, and even earlier from this season, just showing defensive neutral zone and offensive zone clips of, what he wants, and he really emphasized that in practice last week, and I feel like we executed that pretty well last weekend against St. Thomas, so.
You guys have been without Vinny for a little bit. You missed Magnuson last weekend. It's kind of paved the way for a lot of freshmen, underclassmen, right, to get some minutes. But how big is it missing some of that leadership there in Vinny and Will? Yeah,
obviously they're huge. Two huge pieces of our D-core that show up every night, and I've learned a lot from those two. Just being here for 6-7 months and having them out, Wynn's talked to us before the game, and he's like, just try to step your game up 10%. And if everybody can do that, we have a good enough D-core to, be like a lineup if Mags and Vinny were in it. So I think we played well this weekend as a collective group, and whether Mags or Vinny are back this weekend, I think we have a good group back there that can get the job done.
Where do you feel like your biggest growth has been in your freshman year?
I'd say my decision-making with the puck, adjusting to the speed of college hockey is, a big thing coming from junior. And, they kind of gave us this rule. It's called, Tom said, the 3-second rule with defensemen. Either you go D to D or you move it to the forwards right away. And that's kind of starting to click in my head a little bit. And, I'm just trying to move the pucks to the forwards and get up in the play as much as I can now.
Do you have like a moment where you're like, oh man, college hockey is a little bit bigger, a little bit faster?
Yeah. I'd say probably when we played Mankato first, and it was the first time I really got my bell rung by like some huge forward. And it was just after that, I was like, all right, I just got to start making plays a half second faster because, they're coming fast, and, every team's good and every team has those kind of guys that can do that. So, yeah.
This is obviously a big last weekend for you, getting back in the win column. Did it feel like things are starting to click again like they were in the first half? Yeah.
I know Juts mentioned that this past weekend after Saturday's game and Sunday's game because, we played well. And, I feel like we're starting to click as a collective group again. And we had a really good week of practice last week. We had a really good day today, and we're looking to do that the rest of the week going into this big series, and hopefully we can get a sweep.
You mentioned Ferris and how weird it is playing that rink, but what do you remember from that team and some of the challenges they posed? Yeah,
they advance pucks a lot. We kind of saw it against Northern. They like to flip pucks out into the neutral zone and, get bouncing pucks on us, our defensemen. And, it's tough sometimes, to play those. And when their D get the puck, their forwards like to fly the zone and try to get behind us. So we just got to be ready for them to, advance pucks north and keep them in front of us. So.